Sometimes I think that the old heads are right about our generation, Gen Z. Some majority of us are lazy, not gonna lie. But, the state of the world right now is like, or at least our country, the state of the US, it's very hard to live a normal life or a life that the life that your parents lived, you know? It's hard to go to college and then come out with a job now, for sure. Like, it's hard to go to college knowing you'll come out with a job now. It's hard to leave your parents' house knowing you'll have somewhere to live. I feel like people don't realize that today. Like, it's not, the prices are a lot different than they were. The market is a lot worse than it was back then. But one thing that I can say, and one thing that I'm not going to do, is settle and give up. Like, sure, prices are way higher, way worse. Everything's way worse than it was for your parents. Sure, we have social media now and we can make money off that. And everyone's trying to make money off that. But what about the other things that are harder to make money off of? What about, I mean, social media is hard to make money off of too, but you know what I mean. Like, what about the things that are harder to start in? What about making a business? What about trying to learn a new skill, you know? And I feel like we as a generation have a problem with rising to the occasion. A lot of my generation, I feel like, was raised soft. I wasn't, because I feel like I just had my older brother's friends. I was friends with his friends. His friends were older than him, and I would play outside with them. So I got lucky, I feel like. But then at the same time, I still got to experience, the Wii, the DS, PS Vita, Xbox 360, original GTA, the first year it came out, the GTA 5. You know, so I got to experience video games. I didn't start playing online until PS4 though, but still, actually no, I played like Zombies, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Zombies when I was like really young, and I should not have been on there. But the point I'm trying to make is we got a lot of things in this generation, and we watched technology evolve so quickly that I feel like we lost sight of what reality really is. Like, we're often worried about things that don't matter in the long run. For example, my generation is failing to stay in relationships, get married, stay married, have kids, start a family, when that used to be based on like the laws and the kind of setup of society. That still is the end goal of life, really. And now that's abandoned. So what are we chasing here at this point? You know? Like, personally, I know that it's going to get worse as time goes on. So I feel like it's my responsibility to rise to the occasion, like the name of the video, and just not, let that just completely take over my mindset. Especially like I'm black, so I see a lot of problems with victimhood in my community. And it's like, now, obviously we face different problems. Each society, each community faces different problems, but some of the problems are the same, and we complain about those too. Some of them we don't need to be complaining about because it's universal. Some of the problems in society we do not need to complain about because they are universal. Everyone is dealing with these same issues. you can't complain because Chuck over there is dealing with the same exact thing. And there's so much division today. There's division in age, there's division in between men and women, there's division between race. Everything that makes humans human and distinguishes us from the animals. Like the fact that we can even survive in a society where people have different languages and communicate effectively with people all over the world and live in such a advanced place in human history that, like, I feel like we're so advanced that we've become too comfortable in the advancement that we have. Like, I feel like sometimes you need to step away from what we've built. You need to take a moment and look at the touch grass. Touch grass. Go outside. Look at parts of the world that haven't been affected by man yet. There's still parts everywhere. There's still things you can appreciate. For myself, something I noticed is like storms. Storms could be extremely dangerous. There's places where it rains glass. There's planets where it rains glass. On Jupiter, there's been a raging hurricane for X amount of years. I forget the amount of years, but it's a lot of years. The red dot, we wouldn't survive. Like lightning is a thing. Thunder and lightning and rain and all that stuff. It could be a lot worse than what it is. And now granted, people do die in storms. I understand that. But for the majority amount of like storms on planet Earth, it's not deadly. That's something to appreciate. I don't know, just God given talent on this planet. Like, not things that you, I guess, well, things that you gain interest in from a young age, but then you practice it because you like doing it and you get really good. Like, magicians are really cool. I like that's they've probably been doing it since they were a kid. They probably saw a magician when they were young, started doing little magic tricks, and then as they got older, moved on to more advanced things because they practiced more and they already knew some stuff and they incorporated their own thing into some things, and it's really cool. Now there's the new air quotes profession of social media, and it's like everyone wants to be a social media influencer. Like, I go to Kennesaw State, and you guys know that if you've been on TikTok, you know that my school is basically streamer university. I don't know, it's just everybody has the meta classes, everybody wants to be a content creator. And if everyone's famous, no one is famous. Eventually, it's going to be cool to not be known. Like, it came to my attention today that my information, like my house address, is out there. Like, just able to be found if someone were so inclined. But I don't like that because I know that one day, I'm going to be in a place where I can't allow random people to have access to that. I'm curious how I can get that taken down, because what if someone screenshots it right now and they're able to, track down my mom or my relatives and take them for ransom? I don't know. This is kind of too far down the road, I feel like. But ultimately, like, I'm never going to be one to just back down from anything. So seeing the world or the system itself kind of betray people, that including the people that advocate for it, one is kind of ironic and hilarious to me, but two is I'm not going to just let it eat me alive. I'm going to find a way to not only survive but thrive in this environment. And I don't like the things that other people like. Like I don't enjoy most of the things that people like. I have two friends that I genuinely call friends. I have two people that I can count on that I know I could trust with my life if I ever needed anything, you know? And I feel like that's really special. These are the type of friends where like they can finish my sentence, or I don't have to say anything. I can give them a look, or they'll give me a look before I can give them the look. And it's like we know on a deeper level than it's kind of like how animals communicate. It's crazy. It's like sometimes animals they don't make any noise, but they'll like have these subtle movements that they each understand. And I feel like I'm like that with my closest people. Am I a little bit worried that like some people that I know and trust aren't gonna make it in the society that's being cooked up for us in the next few years? Because I'm a sophomore in college. Like I'm coming out into this. I don't think I'll necessarily be looking for a job. I just kind of want to do like contract work or something and then do my own thing on the side. But there's always that Gen Z urge to have the mysterious money. At least as a guy, have that mysterious source of income. The moral of the story, the moral of this video, pretty much, is don't ever let the external determine what you feel like you're capable of and what you think that you can do with your life. Because at the end of the day, it is your life. It is just that. It is your life. And you can do what you want. Me and my siblings, we all turned out extremely different. None of them think like me. I don't think like any of them, and I don't try to push my mindset on them. And they know my, they know my philosophy on the world. So, you know, sometimes it goes over their heads, and that's okay. Sometimes it's gonna go over a lot of people's heads. Most, if you think like me, most of it, no one will understand. That's why I have two good friends. You know, I enjoy I enjoy car meets. It's like the only outing that I really enjoy. Sometimes movies alone or with people I really like. It's a crazy world right now. I hope y'all are doing good out there. I know a lot is going on, and just keep praying and stick with what you're doing. If you feel like you're on a path, stay on that path, no matter what anybody says, because part of the path is rejection by the people who you think are on your side. And I think that's where I'm gonna end the video at. I love y'all.